far as like the albums and doing records with each other. Did that kind of, when you heard your name, did you feel like, man, like that was kind of disrespectful? Or did you feel like, oh, our names were just kind of thrown in there and it was.
I feel like he made a decision, you know what I'm saying? And it was a decision to make. He was like, man, I'm either going to go for this moment because I know it's going to be a big moment, or I'm going to like take heed to the fact that I have real relationships and I'm going to like not do that. Cause like, I'll be real. Like I've thought of doing that before. I thought like, man, it would be crazy if I just went off on everybody, but it's just kind of like, where does it really get me? Then what? Then every time I rap, people are going to expect me to be confrontational. And when I'm not, then it's not entertaining. You know what I mean? It's like, it kind of puts you in a box a bit. So
I don't think that put Kendrick in a box.
I don't know if I necessarily respect it. We all make decisions. I'm sure he'll be good. He's talented as you know what I'm saying? He's going to have another album and another opportunity to take the world by storm. So he'll be all right.
What's up, everybody? Oh, shit, that's for later. Oh, shit. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Happening YouTube channel. I'm Bryce, and I've had this live scheduled for like 3 days, guys. Not joking. Like, I kept moving the days because one day I fell asleep. I meant to stream and everything. I felt your boy fell asleep. Damn. But you read the title right. Drake blackballed himself, ? We know Drake ain't getting blackballed. We know that. I mean, even though I'm Team Kendrick, I know that the probability of Drake getting blackballed is probably 0. And also Kanye made the rap news for going off on Playboi Carti. Who would have seen that coming? Not me. That's all I gotta say about that. But we're gonna dive right into is Drake blackballed, right? We're gonna dive right into this video right now by Rapaholics.
That like and hitting subscribe. Now, Lobbies and Gentlegrams, we got an interesting one, okay? Because ever since Kung Fu Kenny Lamar called the cultural cosplayer Champagne Petition Poppy a prom queen predator and a sexy red spiraling stunt double, he has officially dethroned Drake from the one thing that defamation.
This motherfucker already all for him. I like Rapaholic. Hold on, I like him.
Drake has always prided himself on having the upper hand in, and that's the numbers. Even after being exposed for having a ghostwriter in his battle with Meek.
That is actually crazy, though. Drake, he got exposed for so much shit at this point. Like, obviously being a predator is nothing like being an alleged predator is nothing like having a ghostwriter. Like, that shit, being an alleged predator is worse. But in rap music, having a ghostwriter is a no-no, guys. Having a ghostwriter is a no-no, and he is still here. You know what I mean? That's the thing about it. He's still here.
He still emerged on top. #1 for the next decade. Pusha T astoundingly asked him to acknowledge Adonis, and Drake still emerged victorious after that on the charts, with the Sexy Red Stunt Double's 7th album, Scorpion, scoring 3 #1 hits. It seemed like no L in no rap battle could ever take Drake off of the charts, but Kendrick Lamar might have just done it. Now, That's not to say Drake still won't put up great numbers, but if you've
I mean, if you really think about it, though, Kendrick has seen numbers probably like he's never seen before, And all of Kendrick's projects, I think a lot of them did do well. But I think this was his year of like busting out onto the scene. People are actually like, damn, Kendrick, he really got that shit in the bag now. To where back then it was more like Kendrick had to prove himself, right? And and I think that's what Drake, Mr. Unbothered, that it was bothered about the control verse. I mean, like, bro, it's rap.
Noticed ever since Not Like
It's not Degrassi, bro.
Has dropped, the sales of the spiraling Sexy Red Stunt Double suing Sensitive Sad Boy have slumped, to say the least, while Kendrick Lamar continues rising up the charts, signifying a shift within hip-hop where we might actually start valuing real artistry and lyricism on the charts. After the Super Bowl halftime show,
that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. And I have nothing against the rappers of today. I used to strictly, guys, believe it or not, right? When I was a teenager, I used to strictly, like before I was like I think around, 13, around 13, 14 is when I started listening to newer rap. You know what I mean? I was strictly old school because that's what I was raised on. And I still have love. I still have respect for the old school. I still listen to it. You know what I mean? But like, that's what I'm actually hoping for. Let's kind of return back to the days of lyricism. Let's please for just a moment, just a moment in time.
Kendrick has experienced a surge in sales that we haven't seen in history for a rapper, breaking countless records that we're going to touch on in this video. But if you guys have been keeping up, then you've probably noticed the pattern of every time Kendrick has a big accomplishment, Drake tries to come in and rain on the petition parade. Kung Fu Kenny does the pop out and the Not Like Us music video. The Champagne Petition prom queen Poppy drops 100 gigs of behind the scenes footage and multiple unreleased songs. The Boogeyman bounces back with an announcement of his Super Bowl halftime performance. The belligerent balding bearded bully hops on a
This motherfucker with the nicknames, and I'm not using, the word motherfucker in a derogatory sense towards rapaholics, but like he's low-key a fool, bro. He's low-key a fool for like these nicknames that he's giving Drake right now. Like, hold on.
Gambling live stream with XQC. This is all his fragile ops and announces a tour in Australia.
And I think all this shit has been building up, bro. I don't think all these people are just coming out and randomly hating Drake. Now, are there people hopping on the bandwagon hating Drake? Yeah. Me, I've never been the biggest Drake fan. You know what I mean? I've never been the biggest Drake fan. Now, did I go through a Drake phase in middle school? Yeah, I think every person did, But after that, I didn't really listen to Drake. I don't really listen to Drake's not in my regular rotation of music. He's not. So, I don't know. Like, but here's the thing, though, especially like we're going to touch on this a little bit later, but Drake has been on top for years. And I do think it is time for a change. I do think it is time for somebody else to take the top spot. Now, whether it's Kendrick, I know J. Cole was in the conversation. He just kind of fucking exited that shit. He's not really being talked about, in this anymore. Because he was like, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. I got love for both of them. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So it is kind of a toss-up between Drake and Kendrick right now. Now, Drake, I don't know. Drake does have pretty high numbers. He has record-breaking numbers himself. But so does Kendrick. This has accumulated throughout the year of 2024, and especially that halftime Super Bowl performance really, really put Kendrick out there, I feel. It really did that. And I'm glad Kendrick got the Super Bowl and he was able to actually showcase his talent that he has, and I feel like has been hidden for a long time.
And a new album with Party Next Door. The Good Kid, Mad City gives us some grand national excellence with his latest album, GNX. And the Sexy Red Stunt Double then emerges into his final form as Lawbreed, Defamation Drizzy, Courthouse Karen, Champagne Petition Poppy, filing his lawsuit against UMG on the same.
This motherfucker is a fool, bro. I think that's what we can assume from all this, bro. This motherfucker, hold on, bro, is an actual fool. He is an actual fool. The nicknames he is giving oh my God, bro. This is killing me.
Week that GNX is released. Then Kendrick wins a bunch of Grammys for Not Like Us and goes on to perform it on the Super Bowl stage. And of course, Lawbreed announces the release date of his Party Next Door album being the week right after the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not sure if he did this to take attention away from Kendrick's victory lap. Maybe it was in protest against UMG since it doesn't fulfill his contract as it's not a solo album. Or maybe he thought that he was such a dominant force on the charts that his new new album would take all the spotlight off Kendrick Lamar, and his sales would destroy Kendrick's, showing us that no lawsuit, no rap battle, no crash out at a
See, and this is the thing though. Drake has like such a unbothered persona. Like he's unbothered by all these motherfuckers, and he's living this luxurious lifestyle of a rapper. But clearly, he is bothered by so much shit. You know, he's bothered by diss tracks that are normal in rap. You know, and I know probably it's the A minor line. We all know what it is. It's that line that he is, you know, gonna pull the defamation card. When people are putting two and two together with a lot of shit, people are finding out a lot of shit. Kendrick probably knows a lot of shit. You know, I don't know where that lawsuit's gonna go. And to be honest, I haven't really been up to date on it. I did see a couple things on social media though.
an NBA game can stop Drake from being the best-selling rapper in the game. But unfortunately for Drake, that is utterly false. And of course, all the OV hosts have swooped in due to the poor performance of his latest release to chalk up the weak sales to conspiracies about him being blackballed. They think Spotify is hiding his music in retaliation for Drake suing them and UMG and threatening the future of rap battles. And we're going to break that all down and debunk why that is utter BS and why Drake has no case in this lawsuit and why diss songs will never be able to be taken into a court of law. So the only thing phonier than Drake's claims of Not Like Us destroying his reputation is his fake phony Montana mob boss persona, because yes, while Not Like Us definitely did irreparable damage.
Bro's acting like that when he's from Toronto for one thing, and I'm not trying to say that Toronto, that those people can't get down on in Toronto, because they probably can. You know, there's probably some real dudes in Toronto, but he's portraying this persona like he's unbothered, like he's like Tony Montana, you know, and then he just gets in his feelings, bro, and talks about, you know, how Kendrick's control verse hurt his feelings for one thing, and then two, then he tries to, you know, sue Kendrick Lamar for a diss track, which is a normal thing in rap. When two rappers have a problem, it's usually, you know, talked about in their music. And why are you? And this is the thing. Drake is all like, "Oh yeah, they're threatening the future of rap battles," but he is trying to censor it. He's trying to censor it, and maybe this, and people have also said too that Drake's quality of music has declined, which I wouldn't even know, but people have said Drake's music quality has declined. I could believe it. You know what I mean? I could honestly believe it. Who's to say that maybe he's just getting comfortable? You know what I mean?
Who Drake standing within hip-hop, he's still a global pop star. His name is too big to fail on a global scale. And you could see that when the first day numbers came in for his new album with him and Party Next Door. On Spotify, all the songs got above 1 million streams in its first day of release, with the intro track CN Tower getting the most streams at 4.6 million. Then you had his Joe Budden diss track Gimme a Hug, where he's talking about if Kendrick had his wish and Drake was actually eliminated, then all the girls at the strip club would be twerking to Kendrick songs with a dictionary to try to understand his quintuple entendres. That song, which was probably a highlight on the album.
What the oh my. Imagine that is actually kind of a compliment, to be honest. And this is how, right? Imagine being told that you're such a good lyricist in a way, right? In a way, guys, Drake is honestly kind of admitting right now that Kendrick is a better lyricist. If you really think about it. If you think about it up here, right? If you use the brain waves up here, you could see that shit. We could all see that shit. Everybody sees that shit.
It's called Gimme a Hug. That garnered 4 million streams. And you could see all the songs performed decently well enough to rebuttal his claims about his career suffering irreversible damage from not.
Exactly. And basically, he's still pulling in numbers because he's Drake. That's the thing. He's Drake. his name still holds a lot of weight. He's still relevant. And he is out here trying to say, yo, bro, I have irreversible damage to my career. Which, obviously, that's what he's trying to probably use as the basis for the lawsuit, is that, hey, those are the damages. But how is he going to prove damages when he's still pulling in numbers from his career? That is the real question.
Like us. But when you look at it on a larger scale, this was actually a massive flop for Drake. Yeah, you could say, oh, it was a collab tape with Party Next Door. It was an R&B project. You can make whatever excuse you want, but this is Drake we're talking about, right? The king of the charts. And if you look at the biggest single day streams for albums by rappers on Spotify so far this decade, so albums that had the biggest one-day streaming numbers, you could see that his new album, Some Sexy Sleepy Songs for You, only got 56 million streams in its first day, and that's way down the list of the biggest albums this decade. The Defamation Champagne Petition Poppy's own album, Certified Lawyer Boy, stands at the top of this list, racking up 153 million streams.
Certified Lawyer Boy? Oh my lord, bro. Certified Lawyer Boy? Are we being for real right now?
In its first day of release. Then you had Travis Scott's Utopia at 129 million streams. Then again, Drake's own album For All the Dogs with 109 million streams. Then Kanye's album Donda. Then Kendrick's album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Then again, Drake with Her Loss. Chromacopia with 85 million streams. Now, this is unique because Tyler released his album in the middle of the day. So it got 85 million streams without tracking those full 24 hours. Kendrick also released GNX in the middle of the day, so they only counted his second day as his full first 24 hours. So GNX got 74 million streams in that first full 24-hour window, but that's not counting the 6-7 hours that it was released on the day.
That's still impressive as fuck, though. 74 million views, or 74 million streams, you know, and since he released in the middle of the day, they had to count the second day because that would be in the first full day. So I understand that aspect. That's very impressive. That is very impressive for a rapper, you know, in today's day and age, because streaming numbers are hard to get, you know.
Prior. Even Drake's most experimental album to date, Honestly Nevermind, which was basically a full-on dance album, still racked up more streams than his latest album with 61 million streams in the first day. And even Kanye's independent release, Vultures One with Ty Dolla $ign, after he was cancelled, blackballed. Not this phony blackballing that Phony Montana is claiming is happening to him with this new album. Kanye was really shunned from the industry, had to release this independently. The album got taken down from Spotify in its first day, had to get re-uploaded. It was an absolute mess. But even with all that controversy, he was still able to get more streams than Drake's new album in its first day of release, as Vultures One got 58 million streams in its first day, and Some Sexy Songs for You only got 56 million. And you could see here that this is Drake's lowest first day streaming numbers since way back in 2016 with views. And you got to remember, right? Streaming was a fraction of what it is today. So obviously the streaming numbers wouldn't have been nearly as high in 2016 as they are in 2025. So Views got 37 million streams. Some Sexy Songs for You is the second lowest streaming day that Drake has ever had with 56 million streams. Even More Life, which was released when streaming still wasn't this massive thing that it is today, it still streamed more in its first day than this new album with 61 million streams. And then, you know, you want to make the excuse, oh, this is a collab album. Well, his collab with 21 Savage, Her Loss, garnered 98 million streams in its first day of release. So say Kendrick...
That was the project that Lil Yachty helped out a lot on, right? Like that was the project that he helped Drake with, you know, even the cover of it.
Kendrick made a dent in the defamation detonator would be a deep understatement. And shout out to Hip Hop All Day for providing all these stats on Twitter. Awesome account, definitely check them out. But they even responded to a fan who said, you know, how much did GNX get streamed in its first day? they said 74 million, and then someone replied saying that was its second day, and they cleared up again that was its first full 24-hour day. Its opening day only had around 7 hours tracking because Kendrick released it in the middle of the day on a Friday instead of releasing it at midnight, which most albums are typically released on. And then you could see some great poetic justice, no pun intended, as Drake and Party's new album made a splash on the Apple Music charts. However, they were unable to fill up that entire top 10 spot because there was 2 songs blocking them. Can you guess what they were? It was none other than Not Like Us and Luther with Kendrick and Drake's ex, SZA, showing that the strength of these Kendrick records is not dying up even months later. And Drake, who used to be the artist that sales were so strong.
Well, and that's the thing right now, right? I seen where I honestly think Kendrick has taken up the charts for the past. I seen a thing, right? Well, let me see, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me go on my Instagram real quick. Let me see. Let me see, right? I think it was Not Like Us. Okay, it says Not Like Us is the longest running solo rap song to stay in the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song spent 27 weeks. 27 weeks, bro. Okay, right? Now I'm dumb, right? So I gotta look this shit up, right? Oh, they think I'm talking about fucking pregnancy shit. Hold on. 27 weeks. Okay, right. Okay, so 6 months, right? 6 months, basically, would be 27 weeks. So for 6 months, it has spent in the top 10. People are jamming it, right? Which it is a good song.
They would block other artists from going number 1. Rappers would have to move their album release date away from whenever Drake would drop. Now you got Kendrick's Drake diss records blocking Drake from hitting the top of the charts. Did the same on Spotify, as the day that this new Drake album was released, Not Like Us by Kendrick still remained the number 1.
And that's why Drake is claiming Kendrick is using payola, basically.
Most streamed song on global Spotify that day with 11.4 million streams. And Luther was at number 2 that day. At the same time, thanks to the Super Bowl and thanks to the calculated fact that Kendrick released vinyls for GNX but only shipped them out on the week of the Super Bowl, GNX is now expected to surge back up to the top of the charts 3 months after its release, and it will sell 247,000 copies in its 12th week of release, with 127 of them coming from CDs and vinyls that Kendrick was selling on his website.
That's
why
crazy.
This is substantial is because in Kendrick's 12th week, he's selling 247,000 copies. That's likely to be a lot more than what Drake and Party Next Door are about to sell with their brand new album in its first week. By the time I get this video out, the sales predictions will probably be out for the Drake and Party Next Door album, but I'm going to predict here. I promise I'm not altering this. This is just me guessing based off, data, comparing, streaming numbers of Drake's previous albums, comparing how other albums have sold. I have this knack for predicting numbers. I could be very off. This is literally me just going off the top of my head, but I don't see this Drake and Party album selling more than 210,000 copies in the first week. I'd say it's anywhere from 160 to 210. And this would mark Drake's lowest selling first week of all time. So if the first...
Yeah, that's terrible as fuck. Hold on. 160? That's just an estimate. That's what Rapaholics is thinking. That would be absolutely terrible. Now I know it's a collab tape with Party Next Door, but still, Drake's name holds weight, and still that would be terrible.
Week predictions do come out as I'm editing this video. I'll throw in a little commentary right here. Oh, and a couple other things. Remember how I said that GNX was released in the middle of the day? So when you calculate its full first 24 hours plus the 7 hours of the first day that it was released, it actually racked up over 120 million streams in those 31 hours, with Drake and Party not even racking up half of that in their first 24 hours. They also ironically only had the second biggest debut for any album in 2025, and you know who had the first or the top debut? Ironically, it was The Weeknd, which we'll touch on shortly. But now, with these 56 million new streams that Drake racked up...
Hold on now. I'm going to go get some water real quick. I will play the countdown Again, don't go anywhere, guys. I'm going to be back. We back in this bitch. We back in the bed. I got my water. All right.
On the first day of this album release, plus his massive back catalog, which Larry Jackson has said earns more streams than the entire catalog of the 60s, 70s, and 80s music combined, it was only logical that on that first day of release, Drake would be the most streamed rapper of that day on Spotify. And of course, all the OV hoes had a field day with this because he beat Kendrick out by 0.1 million of a stream, so 100,000 streams, setting the record for the biggest streaming day for a rapper on Spotify in 2025.
Damn. Kendrick said, hold on, Drake. Hold my 40 real quick. Hold my 40 OZ real quick.
With 92.4 million streams as a lead artist on February 14th, and this breaks Kendrick's previous record of 92.3 million streams achieved on February 12th. And before we get into all the OVHO conspiracies, first of all, him having the biggest streaming day for a rapper in 2025, doesn't that kind of prove that, his whole defamation lawsuit can go down the trash? Because yes, Not Like Us did some damage to his reputation, but obviously didn't destroy him from still releasing successful projects. Well, aside from that, him and Party Next Door's face were plastered all over the massive streaming services, him being on Today's Hits playlist on Apple Music, Rap Life on Apple Music, Rap Caviar on Spotify, and New Music Friday on Spotify. And someone pointed out that why would this R&B album be in the Rap Caviar playlist? There's 2 rap songs on this 21-song project. Well, whatever, and we're going in day-by-day order, right? So in that first day that this new album was released, and Drake set the record for the most amount of streams for a rapper in 2025 in a single day, OVHOs were having a field day with one of them tweeting out, Kendrick won the beef, but that being said, he made 3 of the most brutal diss songs of all time, one of them being the biggest song of 2024, did a music video, dropped a surprise album, won 5 Grammys, and
Not Like Us, to be fair, will go down as probably one of the best diss tracks, right? Alongside of a lot of other classic ones, right? Because Not Like Us isn't the only one, right? They have ones from back in the day.
halftime show to get 92 million streams in one day, just to be dismantled in one day by Drake. Effing crazy. Well, have your laugh, OVHO, because it didn't last long. But in the meantime, The Weeknd had to get a little sneak diss in and a little laugh at the fact that his new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, remained the biggest debut on the global Spotify charts for 2025, still beating out Drake and Party Next Door, his Canadian counterparts. On a side note, that Weeknd album is phenomenal. You guys should definitely check it out. You want real vocals, real hooks, real harmonizing, real Canadian R&B? Go listen to that. Some more OVHO celebrations. Drake became the artist with the biggest...
I don't want to, no disrespect, but I don't want to listen to any Canadian R&B. Especially if Drake is on the shit. I don't want to listen to that, bro. Who pulls up, right, in the aux, bro? You get the aux passed to you, right? You get the aux passed to you guys. Are you guys going to ask your homeboys, right, your homies, to turn on some fucking Canadian R&B? Like, are you kidding me?
First day Apple streams for an album in the following genres: rap, R&B, and dance. So yeah, that defamation lawsuit, not looking too pretty right now, right? And on a side note, while this new album came out, it did make its own splash on the charts. Kendrick still occupied the entire top 4 spots on the US Spotify charts for 5 days in a row, with Luther number 1, Not Like Us at number 2, TV Off at 3 and All the Stars at 4,
TV Off
he blocked
fire.
out any of the Drake and Party songs from hitting those top 4 spots on the Spotify US charts. Not Like Us also remained at number 1 on global Apple Music, blocking out any of the new Drake and Party songs with 85 days at number 1 on that chart. That's the longest running song at number 1 in the entire 2020s decade. On a side note, obviously, the numbers...
Obviously, Kendrick is kind of running the game right now, and he's kind of fucking killing it, if you can't tell, A lot of people downplay Kendrick and downplay his success, but that motherfucker is actually being successful as fuck right now. Whether you like him, whether you hate him, you gotta admit it. Just like I don't like Drake, but I admitted that he is on the top. He is one of the rappers on top right now. I don't like admitting that, but he is. I have to be real. I have to be real with myself, and I have to be real with y'all. So
aren't what's most important, but it's very substantial when you actually look at it from the perspective of what we've been getting for the last 10 years, right? Like, who's been number 1 the longest? Drake. What type of music has he been putting out that's been hitting the top of the charts? Pop music, some pop, R&B, hip-hop, fusion music. None of his timestamp records have hit number 1. It's not real lyricism hitting the top of the charts. And then other than Drake, you have guys like Travis Scott, Future, Young Thug, Migos. They're all great in their own rights. Those are the ones who have been dominating the charts.
I mean, I wouldn't say Migos has been dominating the charts recently, right? I wouldn't say they've been dominating anything recently, since Takeoff, RIP Takeoff, But back in the day, like, I wouldn't say back in the day, but like around, like 2018, 2019, all that shit, they were tearing it up.
Over the last 10 years, and they've been doing so with melodic trap music. So to see this shift, right? To see artists like Kendrick, Doechii, Tyler the Creator, even Jid having a massive hit last year, which was predominantly straight rap. It's good to see that that's a direction that the mainstream is pivoting in, that that's the type of music that the mainstream is rewarding. And I'm documenting it to essentially say that, we're in this resurgence or this renaissance creatively within the culture. And again, to disprove the whole, being blackballed thing and the whole, argument in his defamation lawsuit that the streaming companies are teaming up with Kendrick or UMG to suppress Drake's music and damage his reputation, Apple Music literally tweeted out,
fucking excuses, bro. You damaged your own reputation.
After his new album came out, saying, this album is breaking records. On Valentine's Day, the project became the biggest R&B album in Apple Music history by first day streams. Run it back now with a link to the album. So to all the OV hoes trying to run off with this narrative that these streaming companies are blackballing Drake, they're literally sharing his music. Also, if you count all the songs that Drake is featured on, he actually got substantially more than 92.4 million streams in a single day. He got 100 million plus streams in a single day and became the first artist to do so. First rapper to do so on Spotify.
See, and like I said, he's trying to use that shit as damages. It's not gonna work, right? But that's kind of enough for Drake right now, right? We are going to get into something, right? I might get kind of nuclear on right here. But we're going to hear from somebody right now. And this person has been also in the rap news lately for going off on one of the biggest rappers, that have just released an album. And this is all from him being left off the album. So we're going to get into it. But first, this person has something to say, right? And this is probably what people are going to be saying to me. Let's get into it.
Hold
on. I'm not going to be part of this. He's got something to say.
Do it yourself.
Halfway.
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
You know what? I will go ahead and say Sway had the answer.
All right. We're gonna we're gonna where did I go? All right. We're gonna stop with that shit, right? That fucking clown right there. Right? We're gonna get into we're gonna get into Kanye's Twitter meltdown. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't like doing Kanye. All right, let me full screen myself. I don't like talking about Kanye on my channel because of a few things, right? I think Kanye relies on doing outbursts like this, and people covering it. And obviously, I am contributing to it by covering it. I know that. But I honestly think that's part of his allure or part of his gimmick, whatever you would say, So we're going to get into these tweets right now. These tweets are actually fucking insane, right? Now, I don't like Carti, right? I don't really care for Carti. But we're going to get into these tweets. Right? All right. I think it's we're going to start with this one. Right? I think it's this one. Yeah. I decided North won't be doing any songs with Carti. How it looked for me to get left off the album. And then he asked Kim to have vocals from my daughter. He was like, I don't fuck about none of this industry shit and how it's a Skims line in the first place. And I don't give a fuck what no comments this man has the first and final say over his kids. Right? This is all about him being left off the album. Now, I do know Kanye did produce a song off the album, right? And maybe I'm going to be in the minority. But maybe if Kanye didn't do this shit right here, maybe if he didn't do this shit, if he didn't pick up his phone and have to tweet every time he has a thought like this, and he's just thinking about it, or, to get some sort of, attention from it, maybe he would have gotten on the album. Who knows, right? And then we're going to move on. Hey, Iggy Azalea, I need to get Onyx vocals on my song. That's my nephew. Oh, and I'm going to rap about one of your businesses. The fuck, right? And then he puts, again, he was like, hey, North, your dad gave me my biggest song and cosign, and I left him off my album because of his tweets. Oh, but North, you my niece, I got to use your vocals. It is kind of funny, though. You do listen to it. It is kind of funny. Or you read it. But this is about him getting left off the album. That is... This... And the Skims line? The Skims line? Are you serious? That is another thing that caused... I'm part of his speech. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. It's Kanye. I really should not be surprised, right? Now, this is the last tweet that actually kind of got me looking at Kanye with the Rock's like eyebrow type shit. Was Carti beat women. Facts. I beat women. That's something to admit on X. But everybody hate Diddy. What kind of false equivalence is this shit, honestly? What kind of false equivalence? Which Carti beat women. Which to me, this shit is kind of like the Spider-Man meme with them pointing at each other. This is the same shit, right? But everybody hate Diddy. That last line, but everybody hate Diddy, right? Everybody knows that the crimes that Diddy allegedly has committed is terrible. Everybody knows that shit, right? And I know Kanye has been going on his free Diddy kick. And the shit is honestly kind of infuriating that, like, there's so much evidence built up against Diddy for what he allegedly did, and then you're gonna go on there and say, but yeah, everybody hate Diddy. Yeah, of course we're gonna hate Diddy, bro. Right. I don't think I have the tweet saved, but Carti did respond to this bullshit that Kanye was saying. And all he tweeted out was, yay, shut the fuck up, right? Which I was kind of thinking the same thing. I think we were all thinking the same thing, right? But let me see if I have it. I don't think I do have it. I don't think I have it, guys. Oh, there's also this one, right? There's also this one. Who will be the third, right? There's also that shit right there. And then he went on other, another tangent about how him and Carti were going to have an album, and that album is no longer happening, and we can all thank Playboi Carti for the album not happening, which, to be honest, I don't really give a fuck. But, I don't know why everything just becomes so personal with Kanye. And I honestly think that a lot of this shit is he knows what he's doing, right? He ain't a dumb dude, right? And me and my friend, we were talking about this shit, about Kanye. And we were talking about how Kanye and Carti both have cult-like fan bases, right? We could all say it. Right? And I honestly think that a lot of people are looking at Kanye. At least I am, right? And just kind of like a lot of the shit, I just kind of like not laugh, but I'm like, damn, like I don't really expect nothing less from him at this point. Like I don't, like I honestly saw this coming from a mile away. Because you can't have a friendship with Kanye without having a beef with Kanye. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you have to, like, to be friends with him, you have to take the good with the bad with him, That's just kind of what I feel. You have to take the good with the bad. But also, too, let's not forget about this clip, right? Let me see if I put the clip. I don't even think I put the clip in here. What the fuck is up with me not putting clips in here, bro?
He wanted his people around him. Chance, honestly, because of what he was reading, he came through and
all right.
But they worked it out. At the end of the day,
he even went off on Chance the Rapper, which at that time, Chance the Rapper, he was like that nice rapper. He was that nice guy, that really loved his wife. He's like I said, you can't be cool with Kanye without having a beef with Kanye. It's just how it happens, you know? And me and my, like I said, like I was getting back on topic, me and my friend was talking about, we just look at Kanye as a circus, as, you know, somebody that people are not taking seriously. At least a lot of people with a brain, I feel, are not taking him seriously. And I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this shit. I already know, you know. But you know, this man has basically, he has a chain, right, of a symbol that we all know. I can't say it. I don't want to say it on YouTube. But we know what it is. People are and I saw comments literally saying, "Oh, that's not what it is." Yes, it is. That's it is exactly what it is, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Man, like what kind of shit is this? Like what actual human being has this thought process? That's what I want to know. You know, and I know a lot of shit has happened to Kanye, but like damn. Like what the fuck, bro? Like take a chill pill. For real. And you know, and who's to say that Carti and Kanye won't be? I mean, they'll probably eventually be cool again. You'll get the Cartier tape or whatever the fuck he was trying to promote, you know. And doesn't he have a new Vulture? Is it there gonna be a new Vultures? I mean, I don't even know if Kanye's gonna release another album or what his music plans are. You know, after all this shit that's that he's kind of started recently. Who knows, right? But another thing that y'all saw at the beginning, right? Y'all saw at the beginning is y'all saw Corey X Kenshin on the screen, right? And we're going to talk about cancel culture a little bit for the last part of the stream. We're going to talk about cancel culture and how fucking stupid some cancel culture is, right? And especially on TikTok, right? Now, I don't have TikTok, and I seen Corey's response, right, to all this shit, and that's how I found out about this shit. So I was like, huh, I'm going to talk about it on my stream because I fuck with Corey, and I honestly think this shit is dumb, and I can tell by his demeanor. He's not going to say it, but he thinks this shit's probably stupid. I'm not going to say it for him, you know, I'm not in his head, but he probably thinks the shit is stupid too. And it's really like, it's really sad how in 2025 people are trying to cancel one of the, I would say, I mean, I don't know Corey personally. I'm not even trying to glaze him like that. But Corey comes off as a genuine human being. Corey comes off as cool. Corey comes off as being smart with this YouTube shit. You have to be smart to build the platform Corey has built. And Corey doesn't even cuss in his videos, which that might not mean a lot of stuff to a lot of people, but a lot of YouTubers cuss. I cuss in my videos. I cuss in my streams. Corey doesn't do that. He doesn't have to cuss to be entertaining. But granted, I could probably do it if I really tried, you know, to be entertaining and not cuss, but I just can't. You know, that's just me. Cussing is a part of my vocabulary. I just can't shake that. But I found out, okay, there was a situation, and they're going to get it. I'm going to react to a video. They're going to get into this situation, okay? Now, this woman reached out to Corey X Kenshin and wanted to braid his hair, right? Because I guess Corey, you know, wanted to get his hair braided and everything else, and his hair was getting in the way of shit, and he was getting his hair braided, and she wanted to record it because she thought it would be good for her business, and Corey, you know, was like, okay, if it'll be good for your business, if it'll help your business out, I'll do it. And there was a video. They took a clip of the video, right? And when he was getting his hair braided, and when the girl walked past Corey, apparently Corey was copping a glance at some cheeks, right? And that is literally why he is being canceled, right? Or why people are trying to cancel him. And it has to be fucking 11-year-olds, because it's like, even if he was copping a glance, like, what the fuck? Like, why? But we're going to get into it. We're going to react to it. Let's go. Let's get it. All right.
Video Corey Kenshin.
All right. Let's go.
Now, that is the video Corey Kenshin is allegedly getting canceled over. I mean, I don't know if he's actively being canceled. Like, let's be honest here. That's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but
I mean, people were going up to Corey and telling him about it. It could be an exaggeration. Like, let's say it. Let's see it, right? Let's see these comments if I can. I can't even fucking see the comments. God damn it. My fucking eyesight, bro.
people are in sort of a debate in comments regarding this video, because if you didn't just see it, let me replay it for you guys. At this part of the video, right, we saw Corey Kenshin getting his hair braided. And by the way, he made this video. Apparently his hair was getting caught in his headphones. And apparently he needed somebody to braid his hair.
Guys, as much as I love my afro, stuff like this sucks.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's any braiders, any two-strand twister.
That's why what I do is I wear the hat. I wear the hat, bro.
In Michigan,
I got that type of hair too, and that's why y'all will never see it. Y'all will never see it.
Looking to get some fire two-strand twist.
And then Corey
Unless I get it
Kenshin,
braided.
I suppose, found out that this girl by the name of Kira Slow Den LLC on Instagram is a two-strand braider. She's known for braiding people's hair, as you can see him on her webpage right now. And, you know, with afro hair, listen, if you're going to be wearing headphones, like, speaking from personal experience, depending on how long your hair is and your hair texture, it can get caught up in the little crevices because of, you know, the coiliness or the kinkiness of the hair itself. So it can be very bothersome, just to say. However, he eventually linked up with this girl. Her name is Kira, and you know, she's a cute girl. You know, she's happy, she's bubbly. Apparently she's a very experienced braider, and she uploaded this video of her linking up with Corey. And here, as you can see, Corey's in her chair, you know, in her office, where she, you know, does hair for all her clients. And you know, they're starting the whole process, as you can see here.
Two-strand twist.
Two-strand twist, middle part.
Yes.
Medium.
Yes.
Perfect. These are going to be amazing. These are going to be great.
I hope so, because if not, I'm not coming back. No.
Oh my goodness, no way.
So as you can see here, Corey's hair is just looking kind of a mess right now. You know, we all already know how the beginning of a braiding process is. It doesn't look the best. Like, half your hair is braided, half of it is not, you know, but the end result is always nice. It's very elegant and always crisp, depending on the hairstylist doing your hair.
Oh.
Hey, fresh right there, straight up fresh.
Really good. Your hair looks amazing. Actually, I love it. Nice.
I hope you're ready to see me every month.
So as you can see, Corey's very happy with the end result of this two-strand hair braid. I believe that's how you say it. Listen, I'm not an expert in hair and hairstyles. Listen, bro, you know. Anyway, you can see this man cheesing in the video. This man can go back to his career of playing video games and entertaining his fans without his hair getting caught up in the crevices of his headphones. Everything is all sweet and dandy. But as you can see, it seems like we live in very strange times, and a lot of people seem to forget that Corey is a grown, straight, heterosexual man who is 32 years old, who I assume still has a good amount of testosterone.
I mean, he's not lying. I mean, like, but like I said, you can't do anything, and I feel like it's a lot of fake outrage. But you genuinely cannot do anything in 2025 without somebody feeling some type of way about it.
In his body and is attracted to the opposite sex, which is the female gender. So as all of this hair was done, as she was turning around to go grab something or whatever in the video, you know, my guy Corey over here decides to copy peek of them cheeks for like half a second, and now he's being canceled.
Look at that. Look at that.
Crispy.
Period. Perfect.
And there it is, right there. That's the moment everybody's talking about. Like, bro, this man is a 32-year-old grown-ass man. Like, bro, hold up. Wait. Why are we acting brand new for the internet, bro? Like, let me rewind that. Hold up.
Crispy.
Period.
Come on, good.
Perfect.
Like, hold up. Now, okay, he's licking his lips too. Listen, bro, maybe he was thirsty in that moment, but why are we acting?
I mean, Corey said, okay, that he had a piece of gum and his lips were dry, and he said he started licking them before. I don't really believe all that shit.
Acting brand new for the internet as if we don't all look at ass every single day, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a bean. As a straight man with a good amount of testosterone in my body. Listen, bro. I'm looking at ass every day. Like, cancel me. I dare you. Cancel me. I know we're in 2025. Everybody's sensitive and offended by every little thing. Oh my God, men are supposed to look at women like, bitch, I'm a man. Like, I don't know about you, bro, but I'm looking at cheeks, bro. I'm looking at feet. I'm looking at cheeks. I'm looking at elbows. I'm looking at...
I ain't looking at feet, though. Fuck that shit. That shit ain't... Nah, no feet will fly with me, bro.
Let me take that back. I'm not looking at feet. I'm not looking at elbows. But if I'm down bad enough, I might just go there. But here we have videos, you know, from the Corey Kenshin community or just the gaming community online, you know, talking about the situation.
Could we not cancel Corey Kenshin? What are y'all doing? We just got him back.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. He just came back and people are immediately trying to cancel him. And now he said that he ain't going to do collabs like that anymore. If that's how people are going to react, because people are little bitches out there.
Facts. We literally just got this man back. Like, let's not get this man drawn up in unnecessary drama.
We just got him back. If you didn't know, there's a video of Corey getting his hair done going around. I think he posted it or the stylist posted it, but he was getting his hair done. He glanced at her ass as she walked by. That's all he did. He didn't sit there and stare for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, not even 3 seconds. All he did was simple like that.
But you gotta realize, like, it's simple to guys like us, but you gotta realize we are in 22, bro. We know what the agenda is, bro. So Illuminati has been talking about it for years. There's a specific agenda pushed by a specific demographic in this country with specific politics who feel like that a straight man can't look at a straight woman who's beautiful. Kira, you're a very beautiful young lady. I love that smile.
Look at that.
Crispy.
Like, cute as hell. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
listen, with the declining birth rate, bro, and apparently people not even getting...
She don't look bad, though. That's the thing. She don't look bad. And man, like, Corey, like, I never thought Corey, to be honest, I thought Dashi would be in this situation before Corey. You know, like, that's how, like, I was like, what the fuck, Corey getting canceled?
Getting into long-term relationships. I'm just gonna have to come out and say that this is the direct result or the symptom of a world that wants to criticize and scrutinize straight men for looking at some ass, bro. Like, this is just weird, like, ridiculous. Again, cancel me, bro. Cancel me. Don't cancel Corey, bro. Cancel me. Corey, I'm here to say I'm taking all the heat for you, bro. I'm here to defend Corey, bro. Cause, like, what the fuck do you mean, like, we're gonna cancel a man? Again, he's 32. Bro, this man is unproblematic. He just creates gaming content, entertains his audience. Bro drops like 3 vids a fucking year and dips back to his bat layer, bro. Like, what are we talking about, man? Somebody said people trying to cancel Corey Kenshin because he glanced at his hairstylist body. Bro, who is actually bad about this, bro? I'm not gonna even say the community is probably mad about this, but you know who I'm talking about. The one who's always sensitive and fucking complaining about everything. Like, for me, bro, yo, why would you put this music along with the edit of Corey looking thirsty as hell? Like,
have to mute it just in case, yo.
His lips too, like, bro, why did you put, oh my God, why are we exposing Corey?
He did the LL Cool J Shannon Sharp type
like this, bro. We don't even know the relationship between Corey and Kara like that, bro. Like, we don't know if she even wants this type of attention, but here she is getting it.
Well, no, that's the thing. She's like basically unnecessarily getting dragged into shit. This is what I'm saying. Canceling somebody like for shit like this is stupid. It affects people. It all involved, right? Cancel somebody that actually needs to be canceled, but that's the thing that never happens.
People are really trying to cancel him, calling him nasty words like a pervert, a weirdo, all types of stuff. You're all human. And I'm betting 99% of us all glanced at some ass before. Or if you're a woman, glanced at a man before.
Before, nigga, I do this shit every day. Here's the thing, bro. Even if I don't want to look at it, some ass is just thrown in my face. It's not even my fault, bro. It's just every day, outside, in the gym, in restaurants, bro. It's a world full of ass. Like,
Or if you're a woman, glanced at a man before.
facts, bro. Women look at men butts too. I'm just like, because I know it's kind of funny, but on a serious note, it's crazy that I'm having to sit here in the current year talking about a man potentially being canceled, quote unquote canceled, for looking at a young, beautiful woman named Kira and her shapely body. That's a major compliment, man. Like, what are we talking about, bro? If a woman looks at me, bro, like that, licking her lips like Corey's looking at Kira, bro, I might just blush. Oh my God.
We are human. That is nothing crazy. He didn't even stare for long. He was literally like half a second. This is why big content creators take a lot of breaks. Y'all be on bullshit like this. Y'all are trying to cancel Corey for something we do in our everyday lives.
I know.
Not really every day, but you get what I'm saying. But when it comes to your favorite streamers that be disrespecting women, being racist,
He's talking about Deshae or maybe Sneeko. I don't know. Maybe the combination of the two.
misogynistic, abusers, all types of things.
But keep it a beam, bro. Like most of these streamers, hey man, Corey, like in comparison to them, is like a fucking saint. Like, I mean, good God.
Let it slide. I want to make excuses, but y'all be ready to ride and die when it comes to regular niggas. You know how long Corey was gone? I don't want to lose him again. You know, I'm not even the biggest Corey fan. I watch some of his videos, but I appreciate him. And I don't appreciate.
I'm not even okay. You're not the biggest Corey fan, but I mean, you appreciate him. That's good. But you're making the video. Hold on, boy. Hold on. We gotta talk, boy. We gotta talk. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, that is true. That is why a lot of big YouTubers take breaks. People be on bullshit. Even in the, sometimes I lose brain cells reading shit online,
Appreciate y'all trying to do him like this. Like what? Y'all finna make this man disappear again, bro. Leave him alone. What is wrong with y'all? Call out these streamers and YouTubers that really need to be called out. Oh, shut up. Damn.
Everything this man just said is 100% facts, bro.
All right, guys. That's gonna be where I'm gonna be wrapping up the stream, but that's gonna be the stream. What do y'all think about all the topics that I covered in the shit? And obviously, I'm gonna be uploading the Corey clip because I honestly think this is very important. This needs to be talked about more because this shit is fucking vile that people are doing to Corey. But what do y'all think about Kanye being fucking weird as fuck, being possessive as fuck, like an ex-girlfriend? And what do you think about Drake being a certified lawyer boy bitch? What do y'all think about that? So, but all of my links are in the description for my social media, for my Patreon. I will be uploading more on my Patreon. It's gonna be like music reactions and shit like that. And then, yeah, make sure you all like the stream. If y'all are watching after, I want to hear what y'all have to say about all of this. Yeah, peace.